Welcome everyone. My name is Taylor Landers. I'm here today to tell you a little bit about myself and also Klutch'n Kolour Garage. Let me start off with myself. I'm 25 years old. I hold a day job as a mechanic. We are going to be doing Klutch'n Kolour Garage on the side as a just kind of fun deal here. We had some GoPros laying around, cameras, and we do quite a bit of garage work. So we figured, hey, we might as well start filming it. I have a good buddy that has just been hounding me to get into it, so here we are. I grew up in Bozeman, Montana. It's a very small town in Montana. I doubt a lot of people even know where it is. But I grew up most of my time there. My father owned a tow company, so I've always had an automobile background. When I was younger, he also painted cars and his own tow trucks, so just kind of had a feel for the automobile realm. Took my first job as a small engine mechanic, and I worked it for quite some time. When we were 19, me and my girlfriend at the time, we moved out to Florida. We spent a year out there, just kind of traveled, enjoyed our time when we were younger, just got away from the family, and you know how that is. Things were rough out there. It was harder than we thought, and we ended up moving back to Montana. And about that time, my father was moving out to Texas, so we decided to join him. We spent 2.5 years out here. I worked out here as a full-time mechanic. Again, small engine. It was great. We loved it out here. Things were doing great, and we decided to take the summer off and go back up to Montana. So we spent another year back up in Montana. That summer was great. It was rolling around to be winter. It was getting chilly. We weren't having it, so we moved back down here to Texas. We have been back down here a year now. Like I said, I'm 25. It's been awesome. So that's just a quick little update on myself. As far as Klutch'n Kolour Garage goes, it is right now just out of our garage. We do have a chunk of land. We're just saving to get a building built so we can start working a little more out of it. Right now everything's just packed in the garage, and it's just been a real headache to work out of it. So like I said, we mainly work on all of our own stuff. We do have a very small customer base. We do a little btie rod ends, alternator starters, just kind of whatever we can get our hands on. We will take on more major jobs, no engine rebuilds. Definitely don't want to be dealing with customers and rebuilds at this moment. So, yeah. With that being said, I would like to show you guys a little bit of what we have going on here. Let me turn this camera around and I will kind of show. This is a 1988 Honda Civic Wagon. I have owned the car about 3 years now. It started out as just a regular RT wagon that was in decent shape, had some coilovers on it, nothing too fancy. So I drove it for quite some time. We actually had a B16 Z6 in it with the RT four-wheel drive transmission. And when we moved to Montana the first time, I bought this car down in Texas. We actually towed a trailer behind it, packed full of our stuff, all the way from Texas. So that'd be up through Colorado, New Mexico, Wyoming, into Montana. I will post some little clips of that. I was not filming at the time, but that was one of our great road trips that we had. This car is currently in the process of getting a B16 swap with a 97 CRV all-wheel drive transmission. So the car will still be four-wheel drive. It will obtain it all from a CRV. So I know I just said all-wheel drive, but it is actually four-wheel drive. And then also a right-hand drive conversion. I acquired this from a gentleman online. Didn't really have the intentions on doing it, but it turned out very well, went very smooth, and overall real happy with it. So we are in the midst of the bodywork, and with that we also have a cloth top out of a BMW It will be fully retractable to here, so that's a little bit of a fun project that we had done. Kind of hard to see in here, but it will have a full carbon fiber headliner when all said and done, and fully functional electronic. So I do currently have all the interior fully in the car. It is fully jammed to match the engine bay. The exterior is going to be a different color. Shout out to Tropical Glitz. We have some real pretty pearls, different colors there that we are going to be using. So with that, we also have a 94 Civic Hatch Si. This is now my wife's car. It has been painted twice. The first time we weren't really happy with the color and how it turned out, so we repainted it again in Montana. I'll get further into it. It does have an S2K cluster in there, pretty clean interior, antenna delete, and currently in the works of a B16 swap. I need a intake manifold for it, a few things. I actually stole her engine to put into the Wagon, so I had to replace it. I found this in a GSR that had 107,000 on it, and I said, why not pick it up? Her car also has a pretty good tuck. We did full brake booster, delete, brake line tuck. It has the master cylinder tucked down there as well. Her car is overall pretty clean. Does need a few minor things, and it will be back on the road. Under the cover we have Sean's Ducati. It will be one that we will be working on here before long. It's got a paint job on it and a few other things. I'll get into that with him around. And would you look at that, it's raining out. Okay. Here I have the 74 Datsun. I got this truck out of a field from a buddy for $500, and I've done a lot of body work to it, and it still needs some more. Fenders need to be finished up, but other than that, it's just the Datsun. It will be getting a K-swap done to it. It just kind of holds all of the junk right now. It has factory engine, it runs and drives. It just needs a little bit of work. And I have the Daily, the 8th gen. Oop, there was some lightning in that one. But it's just an 8th gen, nothing fancy. Yeah. So I hope you guys look forward to seeing a lot on the Klutch'n Kolour's channel. Like I said, I wish I would have started this quite some time ago, but we're going to get started with it now. You guys will get to see the finish up of the Wagon, the full build on the Datsun, and the finish up of the wife's car. So, over here, we have the K-Series for the Datsun, just sitting and waiting. And I need to get an adapter for it. I got a backup K-Series transmission under there. We got both the factory RT wagons, and we got this big old high rise for a 350 Chevy. Awesome. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned.